Critical Role animated news, D&D Beyond controversy, and the return of a classic RPG.
Hot damn!
Welcome to Tabletop News Tuesday, our first news rundown of the week. Today we're talking about the latest Critical Role news, the removal of credits from D&D Beyond, and a new version of the game system that powered the first Star Wars RPG. Now remember, if you like these kinds of videos, be sure to like and subscribe so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Issue number 1 is the first issue we're going to talk about.
The Legend of Vox Machina and the Mighty Nein both got the spotlight at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. Amazon Studios revealed a new scene for The Legend of Vox Machina, with Gilmore and Vox Machina squaring off against some city guard. We also got a first look at the Mighty Nein in the form of a new cinematic featuring Jester meeting Ford for the first time. Now that's important, as it confirms that we will see Session 0 material in the Mighty Nein show, instead of kicking things off where the campaign started. Now, The Legend of Vox Machina comes out in October, while the Mighty Nein doesn't have a release date, but almost certainly will come out in 2025.
Come with me if you want to live!
In more Critical Role news, Queen by Midnight is getting a standalone expansion. Queen by Midnight Quarter Past adds 4 new princesses to the deck building game, along with a new 1v1 game mode. Now, this new expansion can be played on its own without the base game, or it can be combined with the base game to, expand the experience. This new expansion comes out in November.
Patience, my friend.
D&D Beyond has removed several credits from its online products, removing the contributor credits for the digital content team. Faith Lilly, a former employee of Wizards of the Coast, noted in a recent Twitter thread that the digital content team credits were removed at some point after she was laid off. These credits appeared solely on D&D Beyond and acknowledged the contributions of the digital content team, which worked directly on content by reading through drafts, catching issues, and suggesting changes over the course of development. Lilly had worked on getting credits for the digital content team and had reached a compromise for the team to appear on digital credits. However, since her departure, the credits had shifted to match physical editions. No reason was given by Wizards of the Coast, and this change appears to have happened several months ago. We're still looking into this. The Blood Angels are getting their very own army box. Games Workshop has announced several new Blood Angel models, including Chaplain the Marts, the Guardian of the Lost, and Astarath, the High Chaplain of the Blood Angels, both of which will be made available in a new army box coming out later in the year. The Blood Angels are the Legion of Sanguinus, and notably have a deep-seated bloodlust that they try desperately to keep in check. This particular chapter of Space Marines also suffers from the Black Rage, a psychosis that causes them to go insane. And basically, the Legion then rounds up the insane ones and sends them on, basically the most dangerous missions in the hopes of giving them a clean and honorable death. It's grim stuff because it's Warhammer 40k, people!
Let's the galaxy burn!
Gallant Knight Games is making a new edition of the classic D6 system behind the original Star Wars RPG. The game's publisher is running a Kickstarter for D6 System 2nd Edition, which brings a new version of the classic RPG system behind Star Wars and Ghostbusters to life for a new generation. Now, the game's core mechanic involves building a dice pool based on players' attributes and skills and adding the total of the dice roll against a target number. This isn't like modern D6 systems where you're aiming to get one success, and the more dice you have, the greater likelihood of success. This is I roll a bunch of dice and then I add the results together to see if I beat a target score. Now, the new system will add popular modern RPG mechanics such as fail forward mechanics and hero points to the game. The Kickstarter has already raised over $71,000, and you can check it out through mid-August.
Check this out.
And finally, Hasbro has said that over half of the pre-orders for the upcoming 2024 D&D Core rulebooks came from D&D Beyond. In a recent investor call, Hasbro CEO Chris Cox pointed to the pre-orders as a sign of the increasing digitalization across its portfolio. Now, I will note that only D&D Beyond has pre-orders available for all 3 books and is aggressively marketing them with, a pre-order bundle that allows you to get a digital dragon of some kind for the VTT and, dice skin, because that's a thing. Now, Cox also pointed to the upcoming unnamed VTT as another sign of digitalization, with a beta build coming sometime this year. Now, one interesting thing about the new VTT. The system was described by Cox as a 3D role-playing sandbox for players, and I quote this, favorite franchises, which seems to hint that Hasbro wants to use it for more than just D&D. Now, will we be getting support for some of the licensed Renegade RPGs made for Hasbro properties? Now, our best guess is that this could be another hint that D&D is trying to emulate what Magic has done with the Universes Beyond, with, them adding licensed rulebooks to the game and adapting various franchises for D&D. Now, of course, the big flaw of that, of course, is that most of the biggest franchises, your Star Wars, your Star Treks, your Warhammers, Doctor Who, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, basically every single franchise that Magic has used in Universes Beyond already has an existing tabletop RPG. But anyways, I guess we'll find out what Hasbro has in mind here soon.
All right then, keep your secrets.
Now, one final note, the character sheet will be at GenCon this week. We'll be meeting with dozens of publishers during the show, and I wish that was an exaggeration, but no, literally dozens of publishers. But if you see me walking around the show, likely wearing a button-down shirt of some kind and a mask, please feel free to say hi and say, what you think about the show, as long as it's something nice. If you have something mean, just, I wasn't there. Anyways, that's all the news that we have for you this week. Be sure to let us know what your favorite story was in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.